if you don't, you don't. We'll just roll on.
Yeah, that's cool. Let me go give me a beer, man. Hold on.
I'm gonna go ahead and get it started. That's because I believe we done shot live. I know we got a couple of panelists, couple of guests tonight. I'm Marvin Michaels. I'm the host of Who's in the Room. This is our Thursday, November 18th. Well, man, why you got the whole?
Nigga came back.
I got the whole bucket of cheese dip. Last week we had a conversation about Christianity. I think we labeled it wrong. Excuse me, because the conversation itself turned to more religion and faith-based discussion as opposed to just Christianity. So this week we brought back part two because we wanted to talk about a religion and faith-based conversation as opposed to just the topic of Christianity, because we got off topic. Even when I started the question, I'll admit I asked a question relative to, are Black people getting away from Christianity? And then from there, the conversation took a turn, and that turn is where we want to kind of pick up and go from there. Right now we got to announce ourselves. Who's in the room? I'll start with me. I'm Marvin Michaels. I'm your host. Dad, married 9 years, almost coming up on Thanksgiving Day will be our 9th year. And I don't know what I identify with. I do attend Baptist church, but I was raised Southern Baptist. My dad is Black Muslim. I went to a Catholic church. I also have my own conscious thoughts. So that's who I am. I'm in the room. Next up, got my brother Malcolm.
So y'all know me, introduced myself many times, Malcolm Jackson. I'm in the room. I don't subscribe to any religion. Like I talked about last time, I was saying I'm more spiritual. I kind of follow energy, frequency. You do right by people, and the world tends to do right by you. And that's pretty much that in a nutshell.
All right.
Yes, sir. Hey, Agent Success, Gully, Mr. Puma, and Mr. Carpman all day, every day. Preacher's Kid, Baptist, Southern Baptist, church every day, 3-4 times a week, did it all. Not used to be a Christian, used to be a strong Christian, but I'm just spiritual. Just find ways to treat people right, do right, and that's just it.
All right. Also got Small, go.
Yeah, Small in the building. Or who's Small in the room, I should say.
Head ass.
I'm on the same wave as everybody else. I'm a spiritual person. I gave up Christianity a while back and tried to align myself with the universe, and it's been working so far good for me.
Yeah.
All right. And that's what we got in the room. We also had a guest just jump on. He got the cryptic headshot. No, the professor's in the house. My man, Joe Fox. He's on mute, so if he say something, he have to say it from behind glass. What up, Joe?
Hey, what's going on, brothers? How you doing?
We good.
What's happening?
I'm in the room. Success.
Mm-hmm.
Who's in the room? Who's in the room? And Witter.
This Joe's first time in the room, and he came in telling who else in the room other than himself. You're supposed to announce who you are in the room.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, Joe Fox in the building. Brothers, good to be here. Okay, I see several different cameras. I said hi to several people who are already there. I get it now.
We here, and here again. So just the word. I got it on gallery view, so that's how to show up if somebody's looking at it, show up as gallery view. But the conversation, Joe, is last week we had it's part two of our religious discussion, but last week we kicked it off with Christianity. This week we kicked it off with religion. My question last week was immediately took a left, so now we out part two. We want to kind of pick up where we left off. So I'll say that in that we had someone who was strong. He didn't get to come back with us. He had strong religious belief, faith-based, and we were trying to get to him. It's like, why are you so reliant on faith? What is the basis of your faith other than faith? Other than that's how you were raised, other than that's the way you're being, other than that's what my mom said. That's what my pastor does. That's how I get from Monday to Sunday, is through faith. We had another discussion with a gentleman, Derek. He was on, he may come today. His was, he's based solely on him. He's his own God. His God, I'm on my man Smalls to kind of get into some of what he talked about. We had just a backyard discussion, which I wish we could have captured also, talking about the basis of the word temple. Dope conversation. But Derek got into like, he's his own God. He wakes up in the morning, looks out for him, his family. He does good by people. Why do you need a faith or religion or this icon to represent a God or something leading you? So with that said, let's open it up. Where are we? Where's everybody? So Malcolm already said, so do we have any faith-based people on with us? Let's open it up with that. Or we all having the same conversation, like who's rooted? I know we have one in the background. She may not say nothing, but anybody that can deliver to us why they are faith-based and what's the basis of that. Oh, right there in the center of my screen. But can you, so I that's why I put it out there like that. Give us why faith-based.
Oh, you was waiting on me to say something? Okay, so why faith-based? It has absolutely nothing to do with my upbringing. So just so everybody knows, Jay Chase in the room, AKA Six in the background. I am a female preacher's daughter, which puts a different spin on it. I was born and raised in the church, but I came to my own beliefs on my own. A lot of that has to do with my personal experiences and what I've seen Christianity do for me. So that's where my belief comes from no other outside figures. I go to church religiously, and I believe that Christ is the Son of God. And, come at me if you got something good.
Okay. So I like that. I like it. I don't have to like your answer. That's your answer. I don't have to like it because that's your truth. That's where you are. Adrian, you said you were. No, that was Smalls. Smalls left the camera. Smalls. Small. I said Smalls. Small.
Yes, sir. I'm here now.
Based on her response, you said you used to be strong. Who said they used to be strong Christian and got away?
Small.
Well, Small.
I did. Yeah, I did.
Mhm.
What led you away? And let the conversation go from there. I'm gonna open that up, and then I'm sure whatever you respond, and then we'll go from there. What led you away?
Well, I started off doing it just because my mama told me to, and then ultimately, like everybody started believing in God only because they fear going to hell. So after I got on my own, I started making my own decisions and coming up with my own conclusions of what I thought was God, and I always knew it wasn't what. I knew God was real, but what was being presented to us wasn't. So I started doing my own research and like connecting the dots and, looking like where the ancient Egyptians, how they were able to connect to the universe. And, people think it's crazy that they worship the wind and the trees, but they understood energy from a level that we still don't even know how they built the pyramids. Mm-hmm. So obviously they were tapped into something more from another realm that I think you can only get whenever you connect to the universe. So they created all of this stuff in place to purposely keep us sidetracked from connecting.
That makes sense.
Okay. Anybody?
Like that.
I know Joe, new to the room. What's your position that you want, willing, and able to share relative to faith and religion?
Well, I'm brainwashed like everyone else. And I think what people learn on their own to come out of their brainwashment, to come into an understanding of what they have been learned, it unfolds differently for everyone. I grew up in a church going to most of the time, like spare time, church meeting, choir rehearsal, Bible studies, youth meeting, Sundays, evening services, all of that. Like most of my friends and family, I think it was probably, in my, later years when I really read what the Bible was saying, that I had questions that went unanswered. So as a grown Black man living in America, hearing the same things over and over again, no one has the same questions. I mean, kind of have to, do what, adults do to get answers, read and maybe, talk with open-minded people about these questions. So my position is that, of course, God is real. There is in that there is a divine intelligence that is the author of our reality, the material essence of where we all come from and all of that. But I think we get too caught up in what's right and what's wrong and who's been who has the right religion. And people say, Adrian, say, hey, I'm spiritual. Even that, people have their own ideas. So I have a singular effort, and that is just to strive for righteousness, holiness, the best way that I can. And the times when I fall short of that, I try to be mindful and
So the concept of the Bible, a man-made thing.
No, that came from the sky. And no.
Don't you do that.
Writing
On papyrus.
Man-made thing. So you got this Bible. You have this Bible, this man-made thing about so the God of the entity that took darkness, made light, took this man, shaped him after an image of himself and pulled from his rib, formed a woman to be his companion on this place we call Earth and this place called Eden, somewhere plus or minus 2,000 years ago, BC and AD and all that. So how, and then at some point, I guess it was before that, because then that's not BC, that's just at some point, then Jesus was born from a virgin walking across land by an angel that came and told the daddy. I'm just putting it out there.
Christoph, I don't even like the way that you're telling the story. So that's the
You tell the story. Then.
I'm just paraphrasing. I agree. Six, I agree. I am paraphrasing just to kind of, for the sake of time.
Let her tell the story. She was there.
Watch yourself, young.
I love you, Jay.
That's how people get poisoned.
And I'm only saying that to say, how do we put faith in that story when then, to your point, Joe, there are so many beliefs that you can take the Mormon and they had this other wild story.
Even wilder, the Mormon story, wilder.
I only say that to say, for the Bible, I'm not saying to God, because I believe in a higher entity and something greater than us. But with that said, scientific proof of Earth, the Milky Way, the sun, other galaxy, like this big giant black thing where like life can form out of nothing, like tadpoles can crawl out the water and at some point evolve and morph and form and walk on two legs.
Right.
We look and communicate just like other animals that were superior then, because we have a more defined communication and capacity of thought. Some have better biologies and body functions. Whales and mammals and sloth. And so I'm throwing that to Jay and Joe, and then we can welcome Mr. Marvin Muhammad to the room also. Mr. was away. Never mind. Go ahead, Joe. He was and he went away. Go ahead, Joe. There he's back. What'd you say, Joe?
Brother Muhammad, good to see you, my man. I was just giving homage to your pops. That's all.
Yes, sir. He in the He'll pop out in a minute.
Again, we've all been indoctrinated in a dogmatic way, when we sit in front of our ministers and reverends, we have a long-standing tradition of listening and not knowing for ourselves. The belief factor, the faith factor versus understanding, wisdom, and knowledge has always been clouded. It is not until we face the world on our own as adults, trying to make our way, when we make the decision to do, the right thing, as opposed to, the wrong thing. And we use our values that were instilled in us. There are truths in the scripture. I think, as men, as I'll speak for myself, as a man, I have a new understanding of what I heard versus what I was, read. I don't want to cast aspersion on anybody, any ministers or people who teach, but I will say there's more to know. And we have to go on and live life, learning those lessons.
And I think you have a good point that we all take a superficial approach to some of what we believe on either side. Like our parents said it, the Bible said it. We can lean on faith to get us through a day. And that's something to speak to that. That's a volume. People need hope and something to hang on to.
Why do we need hope?
I mean, you don't know what people are going, to me, you don't know what people are going through. And if this book and these stories and that belief is what it takes for them to get through day by day, have that. By all means, have that.
I
feel like that.
Is a good thing.
You say it again?
I was saying hope is a good thing, Yeah.
I mean,
but we don't need no damn book. We don't need no book.
What were you?
How do you hope? How do you hope then? I mean, I'm not saying
how do you
the
hope?
book has something to do with it, but how do you hope?
Learn behavior? Like, you don't need no pencil to communicate.
No.
Unless you don't know how to talk, so you need to know how to write.
Correct.
So, but if I don't have no fingers, then I need to know something else. Like, it's going to always be something that you're going to need to get a basis. You need a baseline.
We need a foundation.
And
baseline.
for them, Bible is baseline. Faith is baseline. Baptism, Catholicism, all is baseline.
Right. But African Kemetic spirituality predates all of that. And you can directly find parallels.
So you're talking directly to Black people right now, because why would a white person, I'm not negative,
no, go ahead,
follow a Black, whatever.
No, yeah. I'm not, so the thing about it, I'm not going into black and white right now.
Okay,
I'm just I'm going into spirituality. The ancient Kemites, and we're going to tie it back to the Bible. The Kemites precedes Christianity and precedes the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, your Trinity. You had Heru, Asar, and Aset, Isis, Horus, and Osiris. This is the same Holy Trinity. So if we understand this and we've learned these things that I'm about to try to articulate, why would we use this book for hope? We don't need that at this point. So a brief synopsis, I gave you the same Holy Trinity. There are so many parallels between the Greeks' religion, but between the Greeks' savior, the Christian savior, who is Jesus, Krishna, who the Indians, I forget the religion, but who they praise to. All of these saviors have direct parallels with ancient Kemetic spirituality. And all of the Egyptians, not all, but the Egyptians believe in astrology. All we're talking about is the sun, the moon, and the stars. So once you start learning about that, how in the hell can you continue? I understand indoctrination. I understand you've been taught a certain thing. But once you understand this and you studied it, this is not my truth. This is in stone, right? This is not me talking. This is in stone. Once you have these certain parallels, and it all starts with the winter solstice. We just talk about Jesus. They say Jesus was born of a Virgin Mary in the manger. You had the three kings who came to visit him. The Egyptians, and I'll be short, the Egyptians talked about this when they were talking about the stars, when they were studying the stars, studying the moon. They were praising God's son, the S-U-N, not the S-O-N. So Jesus is nothing more than the light. The thorns were nothing more than the sun rays. December 25th is nothing but talking about the winter solstice, where the sun moves down and rests on the crux. The crux, what is the crux?
Crucifix.
That's a constellation that looks like a cross, what they call the Holy Cross. After 3 days, the sun moves up towards the northern hemisphere 1 degree. That's the resurrection. All we talking about when we're talking about Christianity, when we're talking about Krishna, when we're talking about some of the Greeks, messiahs, is the sun and the moon and the stars. The 3 kings are the 3 stars in Orion's belt that point towards the eastern star, which points towards the Sirius Virgo, which is nothing more than a translation of virgin. There's no way in God's earth, scientifically, a virgin can have a baby. So we don't need no damn Bible for hope. We need truth. And until we don't find truth, not your truth, not your truth, the truth.
So basically what you're saying is the Bible as it has been taught is
No,
remake
it's
or a
null
remake.
and void.
Is it null and void, or is it just over, retelling of stories to teach lessons?
But the
It's
lesson,
null
lesson
and
is our
void,
story.
null and void, null and void. It's null and void.
So it has no intrinsic value whatsoever.
It's-
Go ahead, sir, because you talking real good. I mean, you talking
Right.
so good.
You're
I
killing
damn
it right now.
Smile, correct me
killing it.
anytime I misstep. Do you
No,
understand
you
what
didn't.
I'm
I
saying?
don't think you misstepped at all.
Nah, you good, bro.
I'm adding to just a further understanding of your summary what you said, because again, it's like what I said, like there's more to know. If
There's more to
you're
know.
there's more to know and there's more to understand in the scripture. It does say it says what does it profit a man to gain the whole world, has he not faith, or something like that, or something like that, talking about wisdom and all that, get understanding. Well, we don't get this. That has nothing to do with being a Christian, because it's just written in the Bible. That is a truth. That is a immutable fact. If you understand a truth, you have wisdom. You don't have to believe something anymore. We've all been told certain things that we believe and we empirically know that we
Right.
maybe we know it because we think we know it. Like, hey, we breathe in oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. Nobody has disproven that. Now, I haven't just tested it myself. I just heard that. It makes sense to me. But truths that are immutable.
You tested it because you breathe it every day.
Oh, okay, yeah, but that's what you said. I feel I'm doing it. Is it oxygen? Someone told me it was oxygen. I haven't
what you
counted
think it is?
molecules and gauged that for myself. What I'm saying is something resonates as truth and it does not harm us, and we have benefit from this knowledge. We don't try to disprove something like that. But as far as the Bible and the scriptures are concerned, I'm simply saying that there's more to understand about the truths contained therein. I'm not saying that there is no.
So can I ask you a question, sir?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, I just want to
Who's
ask
that?
you a question. So
Is
my
it a
my name is Derek. This is Derek
Derek,
Page.
how you
I'm
doing, brother?
yeah. How everybody doing? I'm Derek, man. I'm Adrian and Marvin friend. I just got a
Okay.
question for you about that part. So do you believe in the Bible? Do you go by the Bible?
Do I? Okay. let me let you know. I'm one of those brothers that's gonna ask you what you mean by go by or believe in.
Okay. So when I ask that question, are you a Christian?
Okay, I am a Christian. I have Christian beliefs, but I think the definition of Christianity should change, and it has changed within me. Meaning,
Okay, so can I ask you, do you believe in
Sure.
Jesus?
I have a more expanded belief and understanding of what and who Jesus is.
So who is Jesus then? What do you let me understand that? Who you think Jesus is?
Okay. This is gonna happen here on the webinar. Okay, this is gonna happen. Jesus, as it is written in the scriptures. We're going by that. Okay. My understanding of who that is, it is a figure that was probably personified by an actual man that studied and is a example for us to be how to submit to God's will. That is the closest thing.
So hold on, Derek. Hold on, Joe.
Yeah, go ahead.
We got Mr. Muhammad on. Is that not what the Prophet Muhammad was? Not Jesus per se, but a personification of.
Damn, that's a good question, Marvin. That's a good question.
You know, yeah.
Well, he's on. I don't. He might be.
He's muted.
Tired. He worked all day.
His mic is on
because I can't hear him talking. Muted. And he in the dark.
You muted.
He's a shadow of himself. Can you unmute?
Well, until he unmutes, I'll
go ahead.
That Jesus is it is a figure, it is an idea, a concept, according to the scripture, that a actual person. I believe this. I believe there's an actual person who played out some of the prophecies.
I'm on the phone
to try to fulfill it, but as far as the virgin birth, like no hymen was punctured, and then a baby was born. All that's metaphor and allegory. That is not to be taken literally. And anyone who says, well, Mary had not known a man, meaning she had not had sex, and she had a baby anyway, meaning a X chromosome was introduced to her egg and fertilized, or whatever you want to call it, and she had a baby, and she was still a virgin, meaning she had not known a man. That is an error. Okay. But that man, whoever tried to fulfill the scriptures, that man is the closest thing that we have to an example of submitting to God.
Okay, so can I say
according to scripture? And I'm just saying that's the part we said more to know and more to understand.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so with a word that you just said, you said but. You said you pretty much you said you don't believe, but you said but that man that did it is the closest thing that we had to God. So I'm gonna break this down for you. And I'm not gonna go too deep, but I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna ask you a simple question. I want to ask you this question. Do you know where Christianity even started? Do you know whom started it? It's two questions. Whom started it and what year did it start it? Just answer. Don't go deep. Just answer the question by name. Do you know who started it?
As far as the person's name, no. And I don't know the date, no.
Okay. So if you don't know that, I'm going to explain it to you. His name is Emperor Constantine. It was in 325 AD. He brought about Christianity with two, the popes. It was two popes back then. You can go look anything that I'm telling you. You can go look it up. We got all these iPhones and different things. You can look it up. They had two popes back then, and it was a struggle. What they gonna do? So Emperor Constantine was like, "No, this is what you're gonna go by. You're gonna go by what I got." And all them, they practiced all kind of crap back then. So 325, he introduced this, and Christianity. That's where it come from. Was the Emperor Constantine. So when you say that. But this, and you can't use the word "but" because as a Christian, "but" is not in the Bible that you go by. I promise you won't find the word "but" in there because they don't use the word as such. Because even Jesus, the character Jesus that they come about, it never existed. 'Cause
Never.
everything that they got that we're talking about tonight, and I just got on here, and I just want to just say this, man, is like they got it from our ancestors,
Sure.
and they put it out to us as Black people. And what bothers me the most is this right here, what I'm gonna say,
Mhm.
that Black people have more faith, or we can say hope, because if you look up faith and hope, it's the exact same thing. They have so much faith in this religion, Christianity thing, more than the people. And when I say the people, the Europeans that put the Bible out, King James, the people, and there's many Bibles, 1,000 Bibles. It's 1,000 Bibles out there, but it all comes from our ancestors. I have been to Egypt. I've been in the tombs. I've been in the pyramids. I done seen this with my own eyes. They took everything that they knew and they took it and they translated into what they wanted to foresee for us to take and live by. And
That's true.
and when they did that, now Black people take hold of it like it's the golden age.
Like it's the
And
truth.
Yeah,
like it's the truth.
That's
Right,
why
sir.
I say there's more to know. Dr. John Henry Clark said religions are handmaidens of conquerors. I believe Constantine was he he wasn't a high school guidance counselor,
No.
but I mean that
He had to be something. I can say this: Constantine had to be something to introduce Christianity, and that's why we on this damn phone call tonight, because he the one that introduced it. He the one that put it out here.
I can say with certainty that we have not been told the whole truth about what we believe about religion.
Sir, you
And
didn't
it's not
even know who. You didn't even know who introduced. You didn't know where Christianity come from. So I'm not trying to down talk you or nothing like that. But what I'm telling you is you
What you
can't.
got?
I'm just saying, man. Okay, let's go back to the Bible then. So you like the Bible?
No, D.
Hello, Dick.
Mr. Muhammad was about to.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Mr. Muhammad.
And hold on, before you ask Marvin Muhammad, D, you realize it's on the fireplace in your feet, not your face. I want you to see my feet. Just make sure you're aware. That's what we're looking at.
Oh, that's what it is. I didn't even see the feet.
About the fireplace, the football game, and his feet. That's all I saw. All right, we good. Mr. Muhammad, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if you ever, even if you go by the Bible, if you ever, study the Bible, even if you go by that, Jesus never taught Christianity.
Boom.
If you could wake the so-called Jesus up and say Christian or Christianity, he would know what you talk about.
Yeah.
Nope.
It was a name given by the disbelievers at Antioch. And
That's right.
Constantine, like the general said, Constantine grabbed his name and they shut down the world. If you go study the Dark Ages, they shut down the world for like 400 years, I believe, 300 or 400 years, and they put out what they wanted to put out. It's what they did.
Yeah.
And that's what you come up with, the Christian religion. That's all they done. They put out, that's why they got full control. If you study the richest organization in the world, the richest organization, it ain't Amazon.
Catholic.
It's the Catholic Church.
They
don't even know how much. They don't even know how much money they got.
They the second richest. They don't got that Elon Musk money. He about to hit that trillion status.
Listen,
They ain't been to space now.
They got stupid money because they
Listen.
shut down the whole world and gave what they want to give, and that's what we come up. And they did it for control.
That's right.
And the brothers are right. They adopted from the African Osiris and
Isis and Horus.
And
Isis
they
and
got
Horus.
that.
Isis and Horus.
They got that idea from them, and they developed into that, and they gave it to us.
Hey,
And that's
Mhm.
if you look at
It's been
black people,
bastardized.
if you look at black people, everything good, we 8, 9, and 10. Everything bad, we 1, 2, and 3. Go study.
listen. Hey,
Go look at economics or anything.
You killing it.
and
Y'all
that-
killing it.
They ain't gonna come out swinging. Y'all better stop.
wait,
He killing
wait, slow down.
it.
Dad,
Yeah.
Question: Why
Listen,
why
hold
is
on.
it that brothers they figure this stuff out? I mean, just even a shred of new understanding about what we've been taught, yet we still allow the perpetuation of the dogmatic views and we talk about this ethereal, spacey, I'll say sky god. I'll say it like that, and we don't refute it. We just allow it to happen.
Well,
we don't challenge
it
the
feels
views.
it
Go
feels
ahead.
good.
It
It
feels
feels
good.
good.
I think
It's like a sexual healing. Marvin Gaye saying that I just jam off of that, and we feel good with it. Go to
That's
our
right.
church.
That's what I'm
They-
talking about,
they
Joe. That's
sang-
that hope and that faith
Oh,
that makes you feel good.
They,
Give you something to hold on
happy
to.
day.
Right.
They
Right.
sang that, and people just be feeling good, and they get the so-called spirit, and they feel good off of that, and they
That's
think
right.
that's right.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
rather
sir.
than rather than going into reality of it, analytical thinking of it, we go with emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Listen,
Here's
We just totally
When-
emotional,
when emotion is high, is high,
and
logic
that's all
flows.
it is.
You
I
hear
mean,
me?
like with
Hey,
brother
Go
Derek.
to
Go ahead.
No.
go to a church this Sunday and sit in there and just watch and see how emotion. And when somebody
Yep.
say something, they just go, "Oh, baby, yes."
They gonna say a lot. They gonna say a lot more than that.
They say
Excuse me for saying this.
That's when that
The
money.
shit-
That's when
the
they
shit-
want that money to start flowing.
The
in.
shit don't even make sense.
No sense.
It won't
Yeah.
even make
They
sense.
want the
but
money
they'll
to
be
start
pumped up.
flowing.
Let me ask you this question to everybody. I went to Rome. I've been to Rome. I've also been in the pyramid,
Yeah.
the smaller pyramid, right there.
Right.
At the
Right.
time, you couldn't go into the other ones, into the Great Pyramid on the Giza Plateau. But long story short, y'all answer this for me. What is in the middle of the Vatican? What stands tall in the middle of the Vatican?
The obelisk.
Come on, a Tekken, which stands for what? Egyptian resurrection.
Right.
Yep.
Resurrection. What is
Learn
what is
something
the
new.
what is the Washington Monument?
same thing.
The same thing.
The same damn thing. What do you see
Same
driving
thing.
down 35, exit Pleasant Run in DeSoto and say 2006 founded? But what is it on?
An obelisk.
An obelisk.
Same thing. Yep.
These people know. What do you see in every graveyard in the United States of America? An obelisk,
Obelisk.
a
Yeah.
Tekken. At some
Tekken.
point, only point I'm making with that is these people know, even at the Vatican, they know African spirituality is their baseline. We talked about foundation and baseline earlier, but we are so brainwashed, we are so indoctrinated. We don't need no damn hope from no book with no white boy with white flowing hair. We don't need Krishna. We don't need none of that. The hope comes from within, the God self. It comes from within. You can be motivated by other things, outside influences, but we don't need religion, in my opinion, to motivate us, to give me hope. I need to see my brother doing good. I need to see my daddy. My brother's on this call, my sister Jay. I'm not attacking Christianity. I'm not attacking
Right.
Buddhism,
Right.
Judaism,
Right.
none of that. I'm only speaking about things that are facts that are in the world that you can go see for yourself. And
Yeah.
once you come into this knowledge, why in the hell would you continue
To believe
follow
in
down
such.
that path?
Right.
I got a question.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
got a question. This is what I don't understand. If Jesus was never a Christian, and then the Bible say, because I hear people that are Christian always say, I want to be like Jesus. Well, if Jesus wasn't a Christian, why would you be one?
Well, they don't know what they're saying. It feels
I
good.
never understood
It
that.
feels good, like brother Muhammad said. It feels good to say that because they're on one accord with their childlike understanding, and it's just like wee. It's almost whimsical in a way, and I'm not trying to denigrate it, but it's like, okay, if you think the most in the world of having some level of knowledge is just worth $5, and you think you got the best, and then but you've never seen what $100 or $1,000 worth of knowledge looks like. You think you're gonna be happy and celebrate, but I mean, when you learn more and discover more and understand more, you don't get excited as much
about the children playing, so to speak. I'm not, I don't claim to know all that stuff. Like what Brother Derek was saying, you got to be a student of history to know some of this stuff. But nobody's gonna walk
It's very
around.
important.
Nobody's gonna walk around. Most people don't walk around, seeking that kind of stuff out.
No,
They want something. They want to be rich. They want
They want a quick fix.
Yeah,
This is a world of quick fixes.
Name it and claim it. From a Christian or religious perspective, that doesn't work when you don't work. But it doesn't get explained. Well, it wasn't, in my youth, I didn't understand it that way. But as a man, I understand a whole lot more than what I was taught. And
Young Joe, Mr. Derek, and Malcolm, even Smalls, A6, Jay is on the line, Mr. Muhammad. I like it the way it all framed up. Just because it popped in my head, we're talking about the reality way of the world, where you put your faith, how you see the world. I want Small to speak on the basis of the word temple, where you go and worship. But first, you mind speaking on that first, Small, before I go where I'm going? Because where I'm going is a tangent and it deviates away from this, but it's relevant to this.
Okay, yeah, I can. Yeah, so this would be for the whole group. What is according to the Bible, the definition of temple in your own words? What would you describe it as?
Joe, what you think?
Oh, that's a quick. Oh, I thought he was going to tell us what a temple
Well,
was.
they got a survey first, and then.
Okay, when you say according to scripture,
Even your own personal thought, what do you think of, when they use it in religious terms, what do you think temple means?
Well, temple is a metaphor for the body. Your body is the temple.
I would say the body.
But,
Okay.
But intrinsically, I thought you were talking about like, why do we go to the temple back in the day? Worship at the temple. I thought there was an answer for that. Oh.
Even then, so could we all agree that the temple was a place that people went to worship or to get closer with God?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Whenever you get in waves, right? What's the hardest part of the hair for you to follow suit? Whenever you're doing it, it's the top chakra. If you believe in the chakras, what is that called?
The
right here.
The cranium. Damn, I'm a barber. I forgot what it was. The crown.
The crown. All right. So
yeah,
whenever you put on a crown, where does the crown sit?
At the head, on the head.
Where at on the head though?
The top of the head.
The top of the.
It hits the crown and then it goes around the temple, right? So we all just agree that the temple is the place that people went to back in the day to get closer with God. So what's in between these two walls that they've put in allegory, right? So
so,
you know what I'm saying? So they have to give us a God to worship because we don't believe in ourselves. And then when we do, it's evil. You know what I'm saying? So that's why people throughout the years are like scared to venture out because of the notion of I'm gonna go to hell if I think other than what I was taught. And all of the answers is within us. We are a direct reflection of the earth.
Yeah.
The earth is 80% water, we 80% water.
True.
It breathes oxygen, we breathe oxygen and do the same thing. So we made of dirt. This is mass right here. You know what I'm saying? We walking on a third of ourselves,
Right.
And we return to that. And
we're all connected.
Boy, we're about to get deep.
Well, I want
Yes,
I want him to hit y'all with that because I enjoy it because we had that other discussion in the back patio. We might start having back patio conversations on Sunday for the football game. We had a good time back there this time. But looking at us, beautiful. I mean, everybody on here, I love and enjoy everybody, even people that's hiding behind logos, Jay and them.
Boy, she better come off
I'm gonna put my
video.
feet back
Oh,
on.
shit, it came off mute. But no, I love it. With that said, I love how look. Gina got her hair. She got a glass. She got a whole glass. Of her hair. That's a player. Her hair can see. That being said, Malcolm brought it up with somebody. We have another friend on the phone. He just in view mode, not on panelist mode. Where is our mindset? We having this conversation. I see this as a mind-wise, upperly mobile. These are brothers of thought, and we have independent thought and capacity to think. The young Dolph situation. I only say it because
It said recording stopped.
Recording stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Still live on YouTube.
Yeah, I think I can hear everybody else. I hear somebody else.
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody can hear everybody. It just stopped recording, but it's a live connection to YouTube. So
Right.
You have to restart it. I had to redo mine.
Perhaps someone could summarize the young Dolph situation.
You haven't heard about it?
Just that he's in the headlines for something.
Can y'all hear us?
yes, we can hear you now.
My bad. For some reason, it's back up.
It's your battery.
Oh, the battery. My bad. So y'all can see Malcolm and hear me. Sorry, we lost power on one of the cameras. The young Dolph situation. I'm not sure if y'all were talking in the background or not. Where do we stand on that? I know I had no idea who Young Dolph was. I didn't know he was in Memphis, but to hear him, he was shot in cold blood. They didn't even say if it was another black man, if it was a woman, if it was, hate crime. But it's another brother taken down by some violence.
Mm-hmm.
What's the thoughts on
And
that?
we keep existing in this same cycle without collectively speaking up.
Right.
Without collectively bringing those who violate our trust in being a black person or person of color or a person. This is just on humanity. This ain't about black. It's about a humanity. Bringing them to justice, even if it's within our own culture. If it's another black man that's shot, we all collectively need to attend to that.
Right.
And figure out the basis of it. Aside from religion, who thought what and where the sun and the God and Sun, Moon, Ra, and sweet brother Nunsi. We need to collectively as people address that, do we not?
Yes.
And so, go ahead. I thought Malcolm.
I think we have people that are actively in communities, addressing issues like this, but the issue is so out of hand, and it's been out of hand, that it goes unseen. People will say, well, why ain't black? I saw comments, why ain't Black Lives Matter marching in Memphis right now?
I agree.
You actively have people that's out there doing these things before this shooting happened. This ain't the first damn shooting in Memphis this month.
That's right.
This is just
That's
a polarized death. And I think there are freedom fighters or revolutionaries out there doing these things, like in Chicago. And I was talking about the violence. Why ain't Black Lives Matter out there? But it's people in Chicago right now. It's a white pastor who's has what's his name? He got a church on the south side.
Flager.
Always doing stuff in the community, but it's not enough. So I guess the question is, what do we do? What do you think about the shooting, the recent shooting of Young Dolph and countless other black males? And I think they did not identify, but they had video footage of two black males masked up who did that recent shooting.
Yeah.
What do we think about
Yes, too.
that? What do we think
I'm gonna
about
say
it?
this,
How do you
man.
fix it?
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
say this.
Does it go
I
back
think
to
we
religion?
need to.
Does it go back to no hope?
No.
Well, I'm gonna say this, man. I think
transition. Go ahead.
that is a good one.
Go ahead.
And I'm serious about this, man. Because we talked about this in the barbershop today, me and Derek. But I really think we need to protest the trap music, man. The music is you gotta protest the trap music, man. If you think about this, it really is about this, man. These kids has not been taught how to kill. They get out of the norm. It's not, nobody is saying teaching your son at the age of 10 and 12. No mom and dad is actually teaching their kids how to kill another human being. So I don't believe it's being taught at the house, or the parents are not there, and they not being loved. They not. Man, you know for what's right from wrong. You know what hurt you and what can hurt somebody else. Killing is that I don't understand it. I can't come up with a solution for killing because I don't understand that. But when you just saying that you just taking a gun and you just going out there and you just shooting somebody just to be shooting them, that's totally different than somebody not being raised up in the home, man. That's another thing that I can't understand. I don't get it. But the music is the influence on this killing, man. Everything is shoot 'em up, bang, bang. Let me kill somebody. Let me kill a nigga. Let me kill a nigga. Ever since NWA.
It's a reason why though.
Yeah, it's profitable.
That's why.
The music industry is it's a well-known profit generator, and it's directly connected to Black culture, all culture really, but specifically what you're talking about, Adrian, is influencing minds. I mean, we haven't said it yet, so I might as well go ahead and say it. All of this, if you really get down to the nuts and bolts of all of this destructive behavior, it is a perpetual perfect storm that is always being perpetuated on Black people by the system of white supremacy. And we do not talk about this enough. Just being aware of it and going about your life, that's, we can't do that anymore. We're starting to talk about it more, but we're not doing anything. What are we gonna do? It's easy to go to that question because we feel helpless. I'm not gonna say totally, no hope or whatever, but each one teach one, man. We got to see this stuff for what it is. And you follow the money, it's gonna go right out from your pocket right into a white man's pocket. And these perfect storms of dysfunction are going to be perpetuated on us until just the right person comes along and does it. I mean, but until then, we have to be aware of it. I mean, this is, I don't know about the young Dolph. Okay, he's a rapper and he got shot by another Black man. Okay, so again, that right there is just another, another grain of propaganda that can be used against. See, look at them. See, they can't do this, but it's being perpetuated upon us every day. This is just, the senseless act. It's the same thing. I'm not saying I'm.
Do we blame the white man for that though?
Do we blame the white man for it?
Yeah.
You can only blame him for so much.
I'm going to blame the anti-Black bigot for that. I'm going to blame the system of white supremacy for that, because this is this is the society that we live in. This is our civilization that we live in. And if you take just a short walk through history, you will find that the Black man has been oppressed, and we are in a condition up here. So it's a full press.
But why? I understand what you're saying, but why would that make you kill? Just randomly kill?
Because when the mind is in a certain place, when it has no value for human life, let alone its own, the influences that it hears, it'll believe anything. It'll do anything without thought of consequence. If there is a perceived reward in doing it, then it will go for it. And it's a perfect storm of destruction.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Okay, can I chime in for a second?
Yeah.
This Derek, can I chime in just for 1 second? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to just say this real quick about the killing of what we're doing of each other. Let me say this. Until we take accountability for ourselves, it's going to continue for many, many years. Many, many years. Us as Black Americans, or whatever you want to call us.
Oh, you froze.
Until we do that, we're going to continue to kill each other. And the thing is, they want us to continue to kill each other, and they're not going to ever stop us. they're not going to stop us from doing it because that's right along with their storyline that they always portrayed of us anyway. And when,
Yeah.
can y'all hear me? Okay.
Yeah, it was
So,
just-
and when I say that, so when I say that, it's in line for us to keep killing each other. But you know, one thing they do every week, what they do with us as black men, we talk about the killing of each other. But every week, like right now, I'm watching football. I don't have a team that I cheer for. I bet I make money off of this. And that's what the billionaires do every Sunday, Thursday night, Sunday night. And when these black guys go out there and play, that's what they do. You don't have one black owner of an NFL team. So what I'm getting at is this: they're gonna always use us as we're if any of y'all play chess, come on, man, we ain't nothing. We ain't even on the board. I'm not gonna put us on the board.
We are the board.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? We are the board, and we don't even realize that we control everything, but we don't realize that until we come together and understand that we are like-minded. We are, and I'm gonna say this, I hate to say this, we are God within ourselves. You have to manifest anything that you believe in, go and take it. And we are afraid to take it because they have groomed us to think that money is the greatest thing on earth. Chase money. Because we could stop it. All you gotta do is, hey, y'all black guys, stop playing for these Pakistani minority owner that owns the damn NFL team. No blacks at all. This is ridiculous. But we continue to fall into a lot of these different games that they play with us when it comes to money, even with religion, even with all this, man. We got to learn to control us. Until we learn and teach our young African American or whatever we want to call each other, because they got so many damn names for us now, we'll never get ahead. We're so far behind, and economically, it's ridiculous. It hurts my heart every day to see how far we're behind, and we'll never catch up because they got 450 years of damn free labor out of us. We built this damn country, and we'll never catch up. Only way we can catch up is we got to stop certain things and start taking back what they took from us. And what I mean by that,
We gotta stop the music, Derek.
stop the music. Stop the music. Quit putting out
You
that
gotta
bitch
stop
and
the
hoe.
trap music.
You can't call no damn black woman no bitch. You cannot call a black woman a bitch and then think it's cool and make money off of it. No.
So,
Derek,
so
we
I
are
got-
the
I got-
only group of people that actually rap about killing other niggas.
Right. I'm gonna go to the front because my wife told me to be quiet. But
That's right.
but
That's
I'm
right.
but I'm gonna say this. Do you hear any country and Western singer in any country, they make the most money. Look it up. I'm telling y'all because I do it. Man,
They make the most money.
The country and Western singers make the most money out of any music industry there is. But you don't hear them talking about killing them white women. I have never one time in my damn life heard one country and Western song talking about killing one of their damn women or one of their brothers or going out doing this trap shit.
That's true.
Matter of fact, I ain't never heard now country and Western song ever call one of their women's a bitch. Ever.
Mm-mm.
But we think it's okay to down our queens. Our queens are the ones, we're the ones that begin society on this earth. And if you don't understand that, that's why we continue to kill each other. Because you come from what is the earth. We are the earth. We are God within us. We get anything that walked this earth came from a black woman. And until our kids know that, we're going to continue to fall to continue what we're doing. And I'm just a man of passion, man. I have a lot of passion for what I believe in. That's why I talk like this, because I love my brothers. I ain't going to kill one of y'all. I would never harm y'all. I love y'all. If y'all come, I don't even know y'all, but I'm on this thing with y'all. If y'all ask me for something, I'm going to give it to you if I have it, because I love you. I'm not going to kill you. And until we learn to love each other like that and build with
That's
each
what
other.
it is.
Man, these white people, we got to learn to love, and it's ridiculous. This stuff, this killing, it has to stop. And then I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna stop talking. I want to say this one thing: we have to learn to, when people of our race kill each other, accountability. Like, there's no accountability when one of us do something in the community. What we do is we'll sit on Facebook, all these other little social media things, say, oh, he gonna have to pay for that. He gonna have to pay for that. No. We need to start taking charge and make them. our community hold that person accountable. If y'all understand what I'm saying, we got to stop. They were fans. It's deeper than what I'm going, man. We have to get together, man, and understand it. It's way deeper than what I'm saying, y'all. It's way deeper.
That's true.
Hey, it also go back to what my dad had said earlier about being comfortable, man. You got Negroes living in DeSoto, Cedar Hill, with big houses, Farmers Branch. These boys is comfortable. But until they son get his damn head blew off, that's when they gonna want to goddamn be out there marching. That's when they want revolution. We can't wait. We have to be accountable for each other. Dad, I got a question for you. When you was growing up, was black folks killing each other like this from the music?
Oh, no. Sam Cooke,
Thank you.
Temptations, Danny Ross. The people never resorted into that kind of foolishness. But let me say this. We all dream. You have dreams. Do you know why you dream? You dream because of your your mind, your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind doesn't sleep. Your analytical mind is what sleeps. So that you dream about the subconscious mind. So a lot of things that you're being taught and told stay on your subconscious mind, and you think about it constantly. And it's a reactive mind. It's a reactive mindset. So a lot of these people think that, now listen to this, and this is deep, and we're going to go right back to religion. Because religion teaches you that when you die, you go to a better place. That is so sad. And within within your analytical mind, within your reactive mind, which is your subconscious mind, you actually believe that. And people actually believe when they die, they go to a better place. Go to these funerals and listen to them. Yep. Brothers, it doesn't make sense. When what the scriptures are saying is that when you die, and I think somebody talked on this earlier, your body is composed of things of the heavens and the earth. All the minerals on the earth is in your body. Your body is 70% of water. And now everything else. When you die, you return to God, and that's what and that means you return to the earth. If you go look at a human being, they all dirt, and their bones begin to deteriorate, and eventually that comes to dirt after so many years. And that's what that means.
Let me segue into this.
It's nobody dying and going nowhere else. But we subconsciously mind.
Who believes on this call, honestly? Do you believe we go to heaven or hell after we pass on? Who believes that?
You can't
define hell.
Heaven and hell.
I don't believe that. I don't believe
we
that.
We know you don't, Derek. We know you don't. You made that clear. You made that clear. You don't believe
they said the same thing.
Both heaven and hell. Both heaven and hell is a state of mind.
Oh yeah, someone said, I saw somebody.
You go tell Jerry Jones of the Dallas Cowboys that it's another life. Go tell him that.
Didn't Malcolm X have a song? Somebody had a song back in the day that said a white man's heaven is a black man's hell or something like that.
Hey, real quick, going back a few minutes. One of the contributors, his audio is messed up, but he said there are several country songs that talk about killing each other themselves.
Oh, what?
Dixie Chicks.
Oh, my bad.
Dixie Chicks, and then took it off the screen.
Goodbye, Earl.
Dixie Chicks, Goodbye, Earl. Johnny Horton.
Okay.
When It's Springtime. However, I do agree with Xavier on that. I didn't
4 out of a million,
but it's not the same type of.
It's
not
subliminal.
It's subliminal, right?
We saying go shoot the nigga in the face and be good with it, bruh.
Right, but Xavier has a point there. He's absolutely right. He also said that heaven and hell is a state of mind. This ain't no damn place.
It is.
It ain't no place.
It is.
Which is fine.
It's no place.
Sorry, I had to step out the room, but we back on religion or heaven and hell?
We back on religion.
They drinking something out of a panda. What the hell are we doing right now?
What'd you say, Smile?
Hey, can I ask a question real quick?
Yes, sir,
I want
Mr.
one.
Terry.
I want one person I want her to speak for at least 2 minutes. I want 6 to say something.
Wait, now
Six,
wait,
talk
now
to
wait,
her.
Derek. You gotta understand what you're doing. You gotta understand what you're doing.
Yeah,
Understand
I
what
want
you're
6 to
asking
talk.
right there.
I want 6 to
Understand what
talk.
you're doing. It's a reason why that's pointed up at the cabinets.
Yeah. Six, are you trying to swallow some wheat thins? What's going on?
I made lasagna soup. So, okay. So what would you like for me to speak on, Derek? Well, first we can circle back to the country music isn't necessarily made about killing. They have lots of songs that are very vivid. The Dixie Chicks, Goodbye Earl, is an explicit song about how this woman murders Earl. It goes into detail how she takes the gun, how she pees on his body at the end. I mean, it's very explicit. Johnny Horton. So I mean, I could go down a list of different songs. I mean, it's okay that you guys aren't familiar with country genre. It's fine.
We got millions. We got million songs. We got a million songs.
It's fine. But so does country and western. I don't think that we should localize it to just us. Now, me personally, I do believe that trap music has its place in terms of a beat. That's what I'm concerned about, is a beat. I'm a grown-ass woman, and I know how I can listen to a song and it not affect me, and me not want to go shoot or stab somebody, or pour acid on them, or knowing where to bury bodies. These are things that people should just know on GP. Now, I do have a problem with the games. The same trap music that was being played when I was younger, like I'm 40 years old. So when I was younger, there was a lot of
That wasn't trap music.
It was a version of what was NWA?
That wasn't trap music.
What was it?
That was not trap music.
What was the woman who was going around trying to get rid of Tupac and Snoop Dogg? C. Dolores.
Nancy Reagan.
C. Dolores Tucker.
Thank you. There were already people out there trying to march, trying to get it all knocked up because they were saying
that was gangster music. That was gangster people of Crips and Bloods making music.
So what's the difference between gangster and trap music?
It's all the same frequency.
It's a total difference.
And then wasn't nobody shaking ass.
They're not good. Both not good.
Hands on that. That's like New International and King James Version. Like they two different things, but
they're both not good.
You got smoking, you got killing, you got ass shaking. Those are different type of music.
And you got distraction.
Hey, Marvin,
all of
us
it's distraction.
What's up?
So all that, I think that there's more of an emphasis on Call of Duty. Call of Duty is teaching kids how to kill somebody. Listening to it in a song. I mean, I just had a conversation with somebody about that the other day about seeing and hearing. Which one makes me a better shooter, Call of Duty or listening to T.I.?
Practicing listening to T.I. Listen to
T.I. is your gateway. T.I. is your gateway. But Jay, you were born on Prince, Midnight Star, Marvin Gaye.
No idea who those people are. No idea. No idea who
born
those are.
on that.
I learned about Prince through Danny Lee. I'm just gonna put that out there. I don't even know who
gangster rap.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Born into gangster rap. They born and know nothing but gangster rap. Trap, gangster, all of it. They were born into it. That's all they know. That's their genre.
Drug culture.
None of that would I didn't know about Eazy-E till like senior year in high school. I didn't know about NWA to see. Audio 2 was my first hip hop, and they was talking about Milk is chilling. Yeah, like that ain't gangster. Yeah, I'm doing
this.
That's hip hop.
You need to thank Daddy Jackson for that, because everybody else knew about it.
Understood. I'm saying certain people have certain backgrounds, but nowadays you can be born into and know nothing but shoot 'em up, bang bang.
Do your kids know about shoot 'em up, bang bang?
I said you can be. You can. They do not. They've heard it, but they do not. They still on Paw Patrol.
They did a study at the Yale University that Black youth that have a certain affinity for the type of behavior is based on how they were actually conceived, the music that was playing, if there was music playing. So if there was like gangster rap, like if your mama got pregnant to Ain't Nothing But a G-Thang Baby, then there's probably gonna be some weed in the baby's future.
Yeah, listen. Let me ask that. This boy hit the boom room head. Look, do we Yeah, relax. Do we need religion, bro?
No.
You get back
No.
to it. Do we need
No.
religion? I'm
The
asking
word
what
is
Oh.
problematic. The word
Sure
itself
do.
is problematic.
Wait a minute. Let's look
Religion
at that.
comes from a
Hell
word that
no.
means bind. Bind. Isn't the religion supposed to set us free?
Let me ask this. One. Just short answer. Keep it to a minute. Small. Do we need religion, bro?
No.
No.
Why?
Because we are the gods and goddesses.
Exactly, Small. Exactly,
Uh,
Small.
You can do your own research and find out. You know, I wanted to touch back on the Trinity you was talking about on
Go
the
to it.
importance on Osiris, Horus, and Isis.
Yeah.
That was the real Trinity: the Father, the Son, and the Mother.
Son and the Holy Ghost.
No, the Egyptians was
No,
the
no,
Father,
no.
the Son,
We
and the
never-
Mother.
Son and
In the
Okay, I'm
mother,
sorry,
they
I'm
never,
sorry,
they
I'm sorry,
never, and
I'm
see
sorry.
what
My
Small
bad.
is saying. Small. This is what a lot of Christians don't understand. They didn't have a Father, a Son, and the Holy Ghost. That's why you have the Unk. The Unk tells you it's common damn sense. You can't.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
Yeah,
say.
go ahead,
Oh,
Small.
that-
Go
hey,
ahead,
that's
Small. Go
that's
ahead,
devil's
Small.
jewelry.
Let that boy,
Man.
Derek, let that boy build.
Leave these
Look,
Wiccans
Go ahead,
alone.
Small.
Let
Go
the
ahead,
boy
Small.
build.
Leave these Wiccans and warlocks alone.
So that's what I was saying. Why did the Europeans come in and change it to the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit? They took the mama out, but everything you can't live without the mama. So King James, a lot of people don't do their research on King James. He despised women and he was a homosexual to
Freak.
the point where he had his mama killed. So
Thank you.
So if you look at
Imagine that.
look at the first person.
Imagine that.
You
Ain't it
right, because
funny?
blacks don't kill their mamas. You right.
But ain't it funny that the first man in the world, quote unquote, gave birth to a woman, and everything after Eve came through a woman? Now, if I was the creator of a Bible and I despise women, I would write it to where men are superior. So of course a woman came from a man if I wanted to be superior.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But going back to nobody don't do their research on King James. That's just like if Adolf Hitler wrote a Bible, would y'all read it?
No, they wouldn't read it just off of what we've been taught about Adolf Hitler.
Okay, but people, but look what King James did. Look, ain't nobody look what he did.
That
But
boy
No,
building.
he had his mama killed.
he had his mama killed.
So
Right.
the next question
Wait
is,
a minute.
who,
Are you saying
who would read
that
a Bible?
LeBron,
Who would
killed
read a Bible about Adolf Hitler? Apparently, Joe.
I read it just to see what it say.
Yeah.
But you know, some people wouldn't just because of his history. But then, like I say, we emotionally attached creatures, and the powers that be that control the world know that. That's why they can control. They can pay us a kid $6 million to rap about killing because they know it's gonna bring more money in the long run. So, do you blame the kid that want to get out of the hood, and he know he can make a BS song and get $3 million versus the person who's supplying the deal? Nobody is talking about the industry, but we talking about the people that's feed. That's just like Black Panther. That was the #1 movie in the world at one point, and it was about two niggas killing each other.
With the white jet in the jet.
And the white man came
Got a
to
point.
the rescue and saved it. But Killmonger killed his family member. I mean, he got
Right.
killed by his family member, and we praised that shit. You had people so subconsciously we so easy to control because, like I said earlier, you have to give us somebody to worship because we don't believe in ourselves.
Mom, she made a really good point. I just
So-
want to ask all the brothers on the call, who all took their family and their kids to go see Black Panther? Was y'all holding out faith and hope and getting
I
tickets
watched-
for that?
I did.
No, I
Throwing
watched
did.
this shit on Fire Stick for free.
I've never seen it. I've never seen Black Panther. My kids have never
Wow.
seen Black Panther. My wife
You
has not
also
seen
seen
The
Little
Color
Shop of
Purple.
Horrors. You
My
not a good
wife has
example.
not seen The Color Purple. So we
Boy,
got a lot of
quit
catching
playing.
up to do.
He said,
you got some work to do.
I have not seen I have not seen Black Panther because they paid that young man $1 million. It
Yeah.
grossed north of $1 billion. They gave another $1 million to HBCUs, and they continue to make money off of that. That's why
Wow.
I've never seen Black Panther.
Have you seen The
I
Wiz?
can see that.
I have seen.
I can see that.
Okay. Who produced The Wiz?
Like $50.
Who produced The Wiz?
Sidney Lumet.
Sidney Lumet and Quincy Jones wrote the score.
Okay.
Don't play with me, Diana Ross, Quincy Jones. Come on now. That was Black Low
Everybody
Down
has
in his
IMDb
mind.
at their fingertips.
So back to
Hey,
it.
let me
Go
say
ahead.
this.
Go ahead.
Mr. Muhammad got something.
Let me say this.
His eyebrows and his nose is all in the. Go ahead.
Leo, Daddy.
You know, you know the greatest. You know, and I'm the oldest on the phone. I know, but anyway, you know the greatest event that ever hit the face of this earth. You know the greatest event that ever hit the face of this earth in our days and my days and your days, probably in the last, I don't know, 500 years. The greatest event, do you know what it was?
Color
Yeah.
TV.
Million Man March.
When
It was the
Chick-fil-A
Million
opened
Man
up.
March. It was
Million
the Million
Man
Man
March.
March. We don't even brag on it.
Yep.
We don't even
Nope.
boast
March.
about it.
What did it
Marvin
do?
talk about it all the time.
I talk.
And I know because there's people that go, but listen, when the Million Man March, when the minister went around the country and was preaching about atonement to each, did you know that crime went down? Black on black crime went down.
Really?
Marvin was there with me. Wait a minute. Marvin was with me. We saw the blood and the Crips go hand in hand with each other and hug each other and apologize and atone with each other. We watched this. Do you know when we left that mall and came back, Bill Clinton took credit for that?
Explain.
Because he said he was the reason because he put laws in place that reduced black on black crime.
Oh,
Wow.
They went back. Wait a minute. They went back and gave the black preachers a whole bunch of money, and told the black preachers, say, y'all gonna let this nigga steal y'all thunder? He don't even love Jesus. He don't even preach Jesus.
That's cold.
Yes, he does.
Then he went and got juiced off.
That's what happened to us.
I heard something about that.
We are no better than the wino. See, because the wino, only thing you got to do, he don't care what the label is. The only thing he wants is what's in the Bible.
You want to get
Set it
drunk.
in front of him. Set it in
Right.
front of him.
Right. And we had a guy that gave us a truth and we didn't accept it because they labeled him as a hater and a man that don't preach the white Jesus. Now he preached Jesus, but not the white Jesus.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, make that distinction.
And that's where we lose it at. And we lose it because they give us a Jesus that we go by. They gave us the Jesus that we need to live by.
Well,
You understand? And that's what hurt us. That's what hurt us. That's what hurt us because we don't believe in ourselves. And subconscious, I'm telling you, I've been a Muslim for years. And I know my Jesus is black and I know my God is black. But if I could close my eyes and you say Jesus, a white man still pop in my head because I've been conditioned ever since I could remember to believe into that. They have worked on us, brothers and sisters. They have worked on us for years and it's still there. And we have to constantly work. It's not only on us, it's on other people too, but we have to constantly work on each other and on our children to get that mindset out of our mind for us to do better. We've got to do that.
We got to.
It's hard, Mr. Muhammad. Mr.
It's very
Marvin,
hard.
It's very hard. And the reason why I say it's so hard, because the way that they push Christianity, the way that they push the Jesus character, they push all this stuff on our kids, and it's very hard. But I tell Gully this all the time, and Marvin heard me speak of this a lot, is that I don't care what people think of me or what they say of me, I'm gonna always push the truth. And the truth is, learn your history, do the due diligence of research and see where you come from. And then you'll understand that there's no God up there that's going to do this and do that. You are God. You are a manifestation of what you believe in. It's within you. We are the most smartest people on this earth. Anything that these nasty ass crackers know came from us. They came from them nasty, stinking ass Caucasus Mountains. And we the ones, our ancestors, the Moors, the ones that taught their ass how to wipe their ass, how to cook their food without the nasty ass pigs, mom. We taught them everything they know.
The
They're the most
Druids.
nasty. They're the most nasty son of a bitch. Excuse my language, Mr. Marvin, the senior, but they're the most nastiest creatures on this earth, and I will never see nothing else but that.
Listen,
And
question.
Right.
No, Derek is right. He has a lot of good points. My partner, Xavier Bennett, aka Cameron, because he got the pink sweat on, just jumped in. I remember he used to go to his dad and him used to take us to Bible class, and we were growing up. And but you know, I have a spotty or shoddy memory of that. But Xavier, can you explain? I know you got on kind of late and you finally got your audio right. But can you explain your upbringing and when we were going to Bible class and where you are today and why did you get where you are?
Most definitely. Can y'all hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been tuning in the whole time. I grew up basically non-denominational. So I learned at an early age that there was, not to say that there was no Jesus, but that the name of the Messiah was not Jesus. And that was just by doing my own research, the things that we were taught. Like if you look up the letter J, it didn't come into existence until what, the middle of the 16th century.
1524.
Yeah, so 1524. So how would your Savior's name be Jesus? That's neither here or there. So, but what I think, as far as religion is concerned, I'm not a religious person. I'm more spiritual, just as the majority of the people on the call. The reason for that is I think personally, as a child, you're just gonna go with what your parents do. You know what I'm saying? So as you're able to develop your own thoughts and your own opinions and do your own research, that's where your understanding and your foundation truly comes from. So for me, it's knowing that, and I'll reiterate that you are God. You're God, Small's God, Malcolm's God, everybody is God. God lives in everything, right? The difference is what's your dog name, Mr. Marvin?
Fendi.
Fendi. So is Fendi. The difference is between that animal dog, Fendi, and me, Xavier, is that I'm conscious of it. That dog is an animal, it'll never be conscious of it. But you can't escape God. God is everything. Until we realize that we are God within a physical body. Of course, the physical body is nothing. It goes back to the dust of the ground. And that's where I stand with it, that nobody's going to come down and save me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct.
Smile said it, man. When he said, what did you say, Smile? We had to trust ourselves. We had to believe in ourselves.
No, they gave us somebody else to believe in because we don't believe in ourselves.
it's all a control factor. Like if you, as when you're an adolescent, you can like y'all was mentioning, does your son listen to this and does your son listen to that? And Marvin said that when he didn't know who Eazy-E was until he was a senior in high school. I think when he was a senior in high school, we were maybe in the 3rd grade, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe.
I knew who Eazy-E was. I was listening to that. And I had a father that was very active and was on my ass. But I also understood that although I like this music, that doesn't mean I'm going to go out here and do these same things. It's an expression of art. I can write the same music. And a lot of these artists are writing the same music and performing it, but they're not living that life. That's the issue that I have with it. But I digress.
That's real.
If I'm not just like Marvin said, his kids are still in Paw Patrol. You can train your child in anything. You can look at the St. Brown brothers. It's 3 of them, all of them in the league. But his father started them at 4 and 5, 6 years old, training for football. If you start a 4 or 5-year-old in the church, teaching him that a white man is his savior and everything comes through him, you're preaching a man. You can train them up as such. We have to stand on our own. We got to stand on our own 10 toes. That's all I'm about.
Yeah.
Hey, we got that's a beautiful way to just wrap it up. I know we've been on, it's supposed to be an hour. We've been on an hour and a half and some change. We got Jay, Joe, Adrian, Derek, Muhammad, Mr. Bennett, myself, my brother Malcolm. I appreciate everybody. I love y'all for the energy, your intellect, your intelligence, your push.
In the room.
This is who's in the room.
Damn, I'm getting old.
This is the panel this week, Thursday, November 18th. It has been a joy and a blessing. I want all y'all have productive weeks on whatever you believe in. Like Joe out there, y'all don't know about Joe out there in LA doing it. I'm talking about movies, commercials, sitcoms. He watch all of it. He watch all of it. He's a good brother.
Say, bro, part of your pants is missing, bro.
No, that's them. That's it. That's where they stop. And they got a grip.
Hey,
I'm talking about Malcolm.
Oh,
Yeah, his whole knee out.
boy, say, why y'all looking at my?
What the hell?
Why y'all looking at my
and
skin?
he probably paid for them. That's probably he probably bought them like that.
Nah, he made those, bro. He makes
Made
his
those.
in Lawrence jeans.
Ah,
Man, say, man, that's why I can't. That's why I didn't want to invite nobody. I knew because niggas be talking.
but no, that's what's up. This is who's in the room. I appreciate everybody for coming out. Any last final something you want to say, Mr. Muhammad? I'm gonna go.
Oh,
I'm gonna
no,
go,
I'm
oldest and
I'm
most
finished.
seasoned, youngest. You say what?
Enjoy the conversation. I have a special guest. Y'all come back next week.
Next
I got-
Thursday.
Yeah, next Thursday. I got
Yeah.
somebody I want y'all to hear.
All right.
Oh, hey, that's Thanksgiving. You gonna do it?
No, we're not gonna do Thanksgiving. We have to skip that one because that's also my anniversary. So I don't think I can jump on here and start talking to y'all.
Oh no.
Like, hold on, just 1 hour.
Bet not.
Not if I want to see 10 years. So appreciate you, oldest to youngest, young Joe. All right,
Always a
appreciate it.
pleasure.
I put myself in there. Thank y'all for coming out. We gonna skip over that. Adrian,
Yes, sir, man. I had a good time, man. We should always got to do this again, man. Let's keep this going.
yeah, keep the conversation. Derek, I know Derek should have been next, but I forgot he was. All I can see is his Peloton stream.
Wow.
I ain't got some.
No, I really appreciate it. I enjoyed the topic, and y'all have a good week and be safe, and just treat people the way that you want to be treated at all times, and just that way we can pass it on, and we'll learn to love each other.
And they got an
Right.
efficiency house and got a shower curtain, a fireplace, a TV, and his bed with all in the same. They got an efficiency 3
Fire
days.
going, boy.
Damn.
All right, and Miss J, I was going by. That's it for you. You got your panda. She waving. All right. Small.
Hey.
Man, I appreciate y'all for having me on.
I appreciate it.
Hey, can Smile, where'd you get that caterpillar at on your lip?
The same place you got yours, Luigi.
All right.
Man, let me get look. Nigga hurt me. Look. Let me say my piece.
Stupid.
Xavier, what you got before we rock out?
Hey, RIP Young Dolph. Preach.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
Success.
Yo,
What you got before we roll out? Did y'all grab me?
Yeah, he
Oh,
already said.
yeah, he looking
we
like
gotta stop black violence, man. We gotta stop
Yeah.
stop black violence.
Yeah, my only thing is, man, you know, this is not an indictment on Christianity, Christians, or nobody.
Yeah.
I think we all need to understand our truth. Anything I've said tonight, this is not my truth. These are things that are based in actual history that's
No.
been studied and realized. And I don't want to change anybody's mind. I just want to be able to be a vessel
Sure.
and introduce you to different ways of thinking outside the box. My way is not the right way. And I
Right.
love the dialogue. And we're gonna keep on rocking out. I'm gonna keep wearing holes in my knees. It's all good.
All right, so I
Jesus
appreciate y'all
help 'em.
coming out. Moving forward, like I said, next week we keep it up. And like moving forward, I want to diversify this panel. I want, black, white, tall, thin, Asians, Hispanic, Native American, all of it, different thoughts, different process, ways and walks of life. Keep it moving. Part of what the platform is for is let people speak their truth, let them speak their perspective. Like Malcolm said, we're not trying to convert, change anybody. We're trying to put who we are out and learn to live with one another and appreciate one another for who we are as individuals and how we can all get along. So with that, this is Marvin Michael. This is Who's in the Room. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.